Let me ask you something real quick. When was the last time anyone took the Raiders seriously as a threat in the AFC West? Exactly. Everyone wrote them off. Everyone laughed. But right now, behind closed doors in Las Vegas, something is cooking, and when it finally explodes onto the field in 2026, the whole league is going to have to rethink everything they thought they knew about this franchise. Let's break it all down. The offensive line nobody is talking about for years. The Raiders' offensive line was a disaster. Pure and simple. Quarterbacks were getting hit before they could even think. Running backs had nowhere to go. The whole offense felt like it was running through mud every single week. Critics hammered this team constantly for it. And honestly, they weren't wrong. But here is where the story gets interesting. Inside the Raiders organization right now, there is massive confidence that this problem is already solved. Not being fixed. Already solved. And the name sitting right at the center of that belief is Spencer Burford. Burford is just 25 years old. He came over from the San Francisco 49ers on a one-year deal worth $3.25 million. A lot of people looked at that signing and called it a depth move. Cheap. Low risk. Nothing special. But inside the building, the coaching staff sees something completely different. They believe Burford is going to be the undisputed starting guard in 2026. Full stop. Why so much confidence? Because Burford already understands the offensive concepts that new offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak runs. He lived inside a similar system in San Francisco. There is no learning curve. No adjustment period. He walks in already knowing the language. And the Raiders coaching staff is furious, genuinely furious, that national analysts keep ignoring just how much this offensive line has been rebuilt. This is not the same group that struggled last season. Not even close. Tyler Lindenbaum is now the starting center, and this man is a Pro Bowl level talent. That alone changes everything for the interior of the line. Then you add young players like Jackson Powers-Johnson, Caleb Rogers, Charles Grant, DJ Glaze, and Trezone 3, and suddenly this group has real depth, real competition, and real potential. But wait until you hear about the rookie who is turning heads so fast that people inside the organization think he could actually start in year one. The rookie nobody saw coming, Trezone 3, was drafted in the 3rd round and most people treated it like a nothing pick. Roster filler. Future depth. A name to forget by training camp. Wrong. Dead wrong. Inside the Raiders facility, Zune 3 is being talked about as a legitimate starter candidate. The man can play both tackle and guard, which makes him incredibly valuable in Kubiak's system. Coaches love versatility. They love players who give them options. And right now, Zune 3 is giving this coaching staff plenty of both. On top of that, veteran offensive line coach Rick Dennison is now running the show for this group. The feeling inside the building is that the coaching of this unit will finally be organized, structured, and properly executed in a way that simply did not happen in 2025. Kubiak's system thrives on outside zone concepts and fast lateral movement from the line. And for the first time, the Raiders have the pieces to actually run it the right way. Now drop your prediction in the comments right now. Does this offensive line finish top 10 in the NFL in 2026? Yes or no? Let's see what Raider Nation thinks. The secret weapon hidden in plain sight, everyone is talking about Brock Bowers. And they should be. Bowers is an absolute freak talent, and what he can do in Kubiak's offense is genuinely scary. But while the spotlight stays locked on Bowers, there is another tight end on this roster who might quietly end up being just as important to how this offense actually functions. That player is Michael Mayer. When the Raiders drafted Mayer with the 35th overall pick back in 2023, he was supposed to be the franchise tight end for the next decade. Then 1 year later, Las Vegas selected Brock Bowers in the 1st round, and suddenly everyone assumed Mayer was finished as a meaningful piece of this offense. But the real story inside the organization tells a totally different picture. Kubiak's outside zone system does not just need one tight end who can catch passes. It needs a tight end who can physically dominate at the edge of the defensive line, control blocks, and create running lanes on the outside. That job requires strength, intelligence, and toughness. And internally, the coaching staff believes Michael Mayer is the perfect player for exactly that role. Think about what this actually means for opposing defenses. When Mayer is setting the edge on the outside, defensive coordinators have to make an impossible choice. They can load the box to stop the run inside, and Mayer seals off the outside defender to open up massive corridors on the perimeter. Or they shift defenders to protect the outside, and suddenly the middle of the field opens up. Either way, the defense loses. This is the foundation of what Kubiak is building. And Meyer is the hidden engine that makes it run. Meanwhile, Brock Bowers gets used as a weapon in the slot, creating mismatches against linebackers and safeties, and turning short catches into huge gains after contact. Bowers is the electric spark. Meyer is the engine block underneath it all. Last season, Meyer caught 35 passes for 328 yards and maintained a 68% completion rate on balls thrown his way throughout his career. Those numbers are going to grow inside this system. And when the Raiders start regularly using two tight end formations, which Kubiak historically loves because defenses cannot tell run from pass, Meyer is going to become one of the most important players on this entire roster. He might not lead the team in touchdowns. He might not make the highlight reel every week. But without him, the whole machine breaks down. But here is the part that should genuinely excite every single Raiders fan right now, and this is where everything comes together. The confidence nobody expected all off-season long. National analysts have been treating the Las Vegas Raiders like a rebuilding project. Young roster. New coaches. Too many questions. Not yet ready to compete. Just wait a year or two. Inside the organization, they are not waiting for anything. The atmosphere in Las Vegas right now is completely different from what we have seen in recent years. Players trust the coaching staff. The coaching staff has a clear identity. The front office made smart moves in the trenches. And for the first time in a long time, everyone inside that building is pulling in the same direction with real belief that 2026 is not a development year. It is a winning year. General Manager John Spytek built this roster with a specific philosophy. Physical dominance up front. A balanced offense that can run the football and attack through the air. A team that controls the pace of games and wears defenses down over 4 quarters. That is not a rebuilding strategy. That is a winning strategy. The locker room energy is being described by people close to the team as something completely different from just 12 months ago. More competitive. More focused. More connected. These players believe in what they are building, and that kind of belief is genuinely contagious on a football field. Yes, the AFC West is brutal. Yes, there are teams in this conference with more proven rosters and bigger reputations. Yes, the national media is still sleeping on Las Vegas. But that is exactly how every great surprise season in NFL history starts. Quiet. Overlooked. Underestimated. The Raiders are not telling the world what they are building. They are just building it. And when the season kicks off in 2026, the rest of the AFC West better be ready. So here is the question that matters most right now. Do you believe the Las Vegas Raiders can shock the NFL in 2026 and fight their way into the playoffs? Or is there still one missing piece that this team needs before they can truly compete at the highest level? Drop your honest take in the comments below. Raider Nation, let's hear it loud.